I hope this is okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine. You know what I was saying? I was thinking that somehow we have
Good evening.
yeah.
On behalf of the Advertising Club of Bangalore and on my own, I extend a very hearty welcome to every one of you for this evening's function. Today, we are privileged to have Madam Devika Rani, Dr. Rorik, and Mr. Shunu Sen with us this evening. I welcome each one of you, Madam Devika Rani, Dr. Rorik, and Mr. Sen, to this evening's function.
Public, the advertisements. We are serving the public not only by the products which we try to advertise, but also by the quality of advertisement. So that in a way, through advertisements, we serve the public by giving them something that aesthetically is more acceptable and more beautiful. I, as an artist, I always felt and believed in the great power of art and beauty. I believe that beauty by itself is a tremendous force. And if we use that wonderful, powerful force to carry to the public something that is not only useful, but something that will make people think of something better. It is very difficult sometimes to reconcile the two things, the usefulness and at the same time the aesthetics of it. But it is something which we must all strive for. And I am sure, looking at the advertisements that I have seen here, we are following that path of giving to the people something that is not only needed and useful by them, but something that will be remembered by them, something beautiful. By giving people that something beautiful, we fulfill a most important function. I have often repeated the words of Plato, which he said to us 2,500 years ago. And these words are as true today as when he pronounced them. When he said that from beautiful images we shall go to beautiful thoughts, and from beautiful thoughts to a beautiful life, and from a beautiful life to absolute beauty. In other words, it is these images that influence us most. And we must be on our guard always to see that we give the people something that is beautiful, something that is better. I am sure that conferences like this one
Madam Devika Rani, Mr. Rorik, Mr. Mr. Ramakrishnan, and all my friends here, I must tell you how honored I am to be requested to present the third IAS Paid Boy Memorial Lecture. We spent perhaps, I think it was 30 seconds in trying to decide the topic for the day, which I have chosen to read is advertising unnecessary and wasteful as an activity, because no less a person than the Honorable Finance Minister has defined advertising as such. However, the main theme of my presentation today is one where I would like to put forward to you the view that advertising has certain functions which we are familiar with, and that perhaps represents the true worth of what advertising is supposed to do. May I have the... And I would like to also say that while I shall concentrate today primarily on the print media, the same kind of excellence is available in television, film, and even in hoardings. Having said all this, I think we must come back to the inescapable fact that we still see, unfortunately, around us a lot of advertising which is not effective. All of us, I think, are involved in the development, creation, approval of advertising campaigns, all of us in this room. And I don't think any of us can put our hands on the heart and say all our advertising is good or effective. And this is why I think there's an even greater need, and this is my plea to my friends in this room, there's an even greater need to professionalize this particular function, this particular profession, which has in its hand, as Mr. Roerich put very graphically, the power to do much good. Unfortunately, not the power to do any evil, no matter what critics of advertising say, but it does have the power to do good. The need for all advertising people to understand the market, to understand what the consumer is, what he or she wants, and how a particular product or a service which is being advertised can fulfill that particular want most effectively in the most competitive fashion. And then to develop a method by which this can be communicated both effectively and efficiently is really the task of professionals, and it is a challenging one. Now, I do not think advertising people anywhere in this country have to hang down their head and worry as to whether advertising is unnecessary or wasteful. Yes, certainly, I think some advertisements are unnecessary, and unfortunately, much advertising is wasteful. But advertising as such is a powerful tool which is in our hands, which can create and develop new markets and brands, and can, in the ultimate analysis, be of considerable benefit to consumers. And it is for people like us not only to educate our own selves in improving our capabilities within the profession, if I may say so, also do this amongst others, opinion leaders, whether they be in the government or in politics, whether they be outside the profession, or are merely capable, or are merely, if I may use the word, merely housewives. Because the need and the understanding of people towards advertising, I think, is very critical. Otherwise, it is likely to continue to be the whipping boy. It is likely to continue to be criticized as something that is wasteful, and that, in my view, will not just be sad for the advertising profession, but for the people in this country. I think, if I may, at the end, say it.